Fever, chills, headache, muscle aches. Influenza, or the flu, sweeps through Australia's population every year, so it can be easy to take for granted.
It's actually a week, just knocked me out. I got hit with it pretty hard.
I have one lung, so when I have a flu, it's hard for me to breathe.
But at its height, last year, the 2017 flu season killed 371 people in Victoria, New South Wales, Tasmania and South Australia alone. Many of these lives were lost in aged care facilities. But a 4-year-old Melbourne girl died only days after falling ill, and fit young 19-year-old men in their prime also succumbed to influenza.
And with flu season just around the corner, we thought it timely to have a look at this illness that can so easily wrap its potentially deadly arms around us. In the UK alone, health officials have reported the worst flu season in 7 years. And apparently, it's headed this way.
According to the World Health Organization, every year there are between 3 and 5 million cases of severe illness associated with influenza. So taking the flu for granted can be a dangerous business. We caught up with Professor Robert Boy, a leading expert in the field of influenza, to find out just what impact the flu can have on our body.
So Robert, in really simple terms, what exactly is the flu?
The flu is a viral infection that especially affects your lungs and your throat. It's a virus that gets transmitted from someone else close to us by coughing or kissing or other close contact. Every winter, somewhere between 10 and 25% of the population will catch the flu. Now, the complicated part is when you get severe flu. It can then go to your heart or to your brain, and either can be deadly.
So who is more susceptible to the deadly aspects of this disease?
Pregnant women are top of the list for the WHO to be vaccinated every pregnancy. In young children, they don't have an immunological memory. They haven't seen the germ before. They haven't seen the virus. In older people, they've got a memory, but it's beginning to wane and it's much less strong. And so when flu comes along, they just don't respond as well.
And what can we do to prevent getting the flu?
Your best shot is to get vaccinated. But you can also do good things like regularly washing your hands, coughing into a tissue. Another really good thing you can do is regular exercise and a good diet. Rest, take plenty of fluids. Take time off work if you're symptomatic and you're likely to spread it. People who follow presenteeism and go to work with symptoms can spread the epidemic.
Now, Robert brings up a very good point. With the average person feeling the symptoms for well over a week, it doesn't just affect us physically. It can also have a detrimental effect on business and our economy as well. It's believed each year the flu costs Australian business more than $2 billion, with an estimated 1.5 million workdays lost each year.
So it really does impact so many different areas of our life. But what can we do about it? Well, there is the flu vaccine. In many cases, the flu vaccine will actually prevent you from developing the flu. It can also reduce the severity of the disease, as well as reduce further complications. So if there is the option of getting the flu vaccine or not, why wouldn't you? Do you get the flu shot?
Yes, I've been getting it now for 5 years. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get the current one very shortly.
Not only I do it, my family have the flu vaccination, even my dog ever.
To find out a little more, I've come to Chemist Warehouse, where this year they're setting up 190 clinics in their stores nationally.
What the flu vaccine does is it enables your body to identify the flu and mount an immune response faster than it would be able to do if it hadn't recognised it earlier. It means that if you do come into contact with the flu, you're far less likely to develop a full-blown influenza course of the disease, and you'll have a much speedier recovery. We'd recommend that everyone over the age of 18 gets the vaccine.
Well, with all that being said, there really is no better time for me to roll up my sleeve and put myself in the best position to keep this year's flu at bay. It wasn't too bad.
Not at all.
Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome.